I've finally come to a conclusion. I want my post height to be 9 foot 6 inches on the front side, the operator's side, and 7 feet on the back side. If you love to hunt, I don't guess you ever forget your first kill. Mine was north in Fayetteville, Georgia. It was a small spike buck. Boy, I tell you what, I thought I had shot the Hartford deer. That was a memory. I want my post height to be 9 foot 6 inches on the front side, the operator's side, and 7 feet on the back side. The primary consideration in the height of your sawmill, in my opinion, two things. Number one, when you raise the saw head all the way up, how much room do you need? You want to make sure that that doesn't hit your rafters. And number two, what kind of equipment you're using to load your logs onto the bed. If you're using a skid steer or forks or whatever, those things, you want to make sure that you've got plenty of clearance for the largest logs that you can put on your mill. The largest log I can put on the mill is around 30 inches. With the grapple, if I were to be using the grapple to load that log onto the mill, 9 foot 6 inches gives me plenty of clearance. So that's what the conclusion I've come to. The height, I'm going to cut the post. The height of the post from grade up to the bottom of the header, if that makes sense. I'm going to put this right back here where I don't lose it, or at least where I'll remember where I put it. So yesterday we got a few of our posts milled, run out of daylight and run out of energy. Gonna try to finish up those posts today. Anyhoos, got a nice cedar log up here on the mill. Think it's going to make a nice 6x6. It looks good and solid. It's got very little sapwood on it. It's 7 3/4, so it's not gonna quite be a 6x6 on this end. Gonna have wane on it. According to the chart, Cage Hill Sawyer, if you ever wanna look up what's your cant size according to the diameter of your log, download you a copy of this and post it somewhere. Just to give the cedar an added layer of protection, I'm painting it with a solution, a home brew of 50/50 used motor oil, diesel fuel. And I think it makes the post mighty pretty too. Instead of spraying it or taking a paintbrush, if you take a little 4-inch roller or 6-inch roller or something, but a 4-inch roller, I'm not dropping any, not spilling any. What's going on is just going on the log, and that should make everybody happy. And I tell you what, it don't take long for this to dry. log here I dropped on the gravel, so I wanted to wash it off a little bit. It is 6.5 inches. It is not going to make a 6x6. Maybe get close to a 5x5. Whatever it makes, that's what it'll make. I believe I'll just go ahead and make a 5x5 out of it. Get a little paint on here. I bet you that first one I did this morning is already dry. I don't know that this is necessary, but I do like the look of it. Let me know in the comments if you like the look of it too. And like I say, this will be so dry when I go to set the post, won't be a problem. Saved by the bell. Well, I'm glad that didn't go on down. That would have been taking too much time. I guess you might say the old kid dodged a bullet. I've just got a few little logs here left. I'm just going to go ahead and get those milled up, get those painted. Probably 4x4s is going to be the most I get out of those, but I'll use those on the drinker side of the sawmill. So let's get them milled up and we'll be done with the post. And potentially, if all goes well, we'll be ready to move on to step 2. Well, for right or wrong, step 1 is complete. Step 1 involves harvesting posts for the sawmill shed and getting them milled up into the sizes that I wanted. So let me see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 6x6s, 1, 2 6x5s, and 5 4x4s. What the kid tried to do is cut more than I need, and that way I know I'm not going to run out. But if I do, thank the Lord I got a meal. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of Sawdust and Sweat NC. I appreciate you joining me. We're going to start on step 2, which is getting things ready, doing the site prep, grading the dirt, getting the grade leveled out, and I guess drilling the holes will be a part of step 2 too. All right, let's get this thing going. I can't wait. Let's go get some dinner or supper.